So for this week's trades of the week, we're just going to start off with one that's not going so well at the moment, really, which is sterling dollar, which we had a short sniper on the 4th of October, very much against the trend and not quite up at resistance. So really, I was expecting the market to get up to this sort of low 80s before turning down. Didn't quite get there. Got the sniper short. It's moved a little bit, you know, not a lot. I mean, it's gone from sort of 16,000 down to maybe moved about 100 points or so, which is nice, but you know, it's really not really what we're looking for there. And so from that, the market then had a big strong rally on Thursday last week and just testing that resistance area. Technically still in this short, but it's really looking like the continuation trade is going to be the one pushing the market higher in line with really the longer term trends on the sterling or the pound against the US dollar there. So keep an eye out for higher prices there. Will it go much higher than 62.70, 62.80? There's a lot of resistance in around that 62.80 area there. So look out for resistance around that sort of zone. Perhaps hold there for a few days before, well, we'll see what happens next, but I expect it to hold a little bit first before breaking through, unless we see something quite incredible happening tomorrow in non-farm payroll, of course. Otherwise, some interesting moves over the last week or so. Starting off with looking at the yen pairs, we called continuation long trades on these last week, and just talking about sterling yen again, continuation long here from the 11th of October, and that's pushing in the right direction. We're now up 150 points from that original long there, and I'd expect this market to continue to move higher, certainly in the right direction at the moment, and certainly in line with the longer term trends as well. May pause a little bit in this sort of 159.30 area there, but I do anticipate moving above 160 on sterling against the yen there. Euro yen, not quite as good a trade, largely because when you look at the monthly chart there, we haven't really broken through this massive resistance area. It held prices in May on euro yen, and we then had another look at it and hasn't yet broken through those levels, trying it in October, but not yet stayed above that level. You compare that to sterling yen, and you see the difference there. Held it in May, and now ripped through that level. That's why I'm more interested in sterling yen than perhaps euro yen, because we're holding above that resistance level that in euro yen we couldn't actually remain above last month. So moving back through to the daily chart now, you can see again continuation long. We're up 80 points or so. I'm not convinced this market's going to have such an easy ride as the sterling yen one. So I'd be looking to take profits where I can, probably up here around that sort of 134.40 area if we can get up there. Moving through to the indices, this is where much of the action's been over the last couple of weeks. Starting off with the US markets there, nice opportunities on a number of these markets. The Dow there you can see a buy the sort of 10 days ago or so. Really nice move and pushing along very nicely in the right direction. Good sort of 100, 150 points or so on side from what was really nice moves over the previous couple of weeks there. S&P is a much more marked rise there, a continuation long trade there in line with the monthlies, in line with the weekly uptrends there, looking for that next wave higher from here, taking us to the top of the price envelope. So target hit actually in the order of about 350, 360 points on the S&P 500 index there, the biggest index contract in the world probably, and moving on very nicely, just achieving that target on Friday and then remaining up here today as well on Monday the 21st of October. So really nice move. Similarly, looking at the DAX market, another continuation trade again, moving up to those highs. So really nice moves on the stocks, pushing in line with those longer term trends, a few of them actually hitting targets as well. Looking through to FTSE, great move on FTSE as well. Lovely sniper buy. Trend signal really oversold. Just a classic opportunity there. Market now about 140 points in the right direction. Just met that first resistance level in that 66.32.50 area there. So just trying to hold that level for now potentially. Ultimate target, top of the price envelope, looking for 66.81 as the target area there on FTSE. Not there yet, only about 50 points away. you might want to look to notch profits ahead of non-farm payroll, perhaps look to take a little bit of that risk off the table there. Why am I talking about non-farm payroll? Seems a bit weird, doesn't it? But it's going to be on Tuesday the 22nd of October this month, because finally the US can actually pay for some of their employees, so which is a bit weird. But you know, certainly they were going to have a bit of tomfoolery on Tuesday lunchtime. Maybe take some risk off the table. But in short, guys, some nice moves. Choppy on the dollar markets last week, but some of those indices, some of those yen pairs pushing on really nicely, and some great opportunities off those longer term daily charts to be had. Keep an eye out for non-farm payroll tomorrow. Otherwise, everybody, have a great week's trading.
If you would like more information about trading the right way, Trend Signal is giving you the opportunity to see and hear about its services live at a free online seminar. Take a look at the Trend Signal website for the latest events and to book your free place.